The Discover HamOnt Podcast, Episode 13. The weekly Discover HamOnt Podcast is dedicated to interviewing the people that make up Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, learning about what they do and what they love about the city. I am your host, Brian Hogg, and this week I interview Greg Lenko, founder of the Escarpment Project, an annual escarpment cleanup day that quickly grew to become the largest volunteer environmental cleanup in Hamilton and one of the largest of its kind in Canada. We chat about how the event started, some of the challenges involved, the impact the cleanup is having, and some of Greg's favorite parts of the city. For show notes, other episodes, and more, visit discoverhamont.ca. Welcome to the Discover HamOnt Podcast. I'm here with Greg Lenko, founder of the Escarpment Project. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. Excited to be here.
Yeah. So how about we start a bit about what you do, and we'll go from there. With the Escarpment Project and maybe other stuff you have.
Okay. Well, let's start with the Escarpment Project. Basically, what happens is on the last Sunday of every April, groups of people go to the edge of the escarpment at certain locations and either go down or go up from the bottom and clean up these areas. They're usually the popular areas. And remove all the litter, debris, and unwanted material that's there.
Nice. So how did this start? Like, how did you, was it just, you just came up with the idea? Or
No, far from it.
Yeah.
I've been hiking the escarpment probably since I was 5 or 6 years old. And I can remember back when I was a kid, just seeing garbage bags, like full bags and other, car parts and bikes and stuff like that. As I walked along the trails, and you'd see them everywhere. And in fact, that's how I got my first bike. And then we eventually started making bikes for other people in the neighborhood. And we all had these makeshift bikes that we made from bike parts. Anyway, so that's when I was a kid. I trained along the escarpment for football in high school, running up and down the stairs. And then a few years ago, I saw the TV show Man Tracker.
Nice.
And me and my girlfriend thought, you know what, let's get on the show. So we started training, and it was going pretty good. And then I went to the Devil's Punch Bowl for the first time ever. And I was very disappointed because all of a sudden, all that trash that I saw as I was a kid was there too. And I went, wow, this place could be so beautiful. And it was just the most disgusting thing I'd ever seen. And so I hummed and hawed for a couple of months because I wasn't sure what would happen if I actually put a video together and asked people to come and help me clean it up. Now, I know there's people that do cleanups once in a while, but I wanted this to be, let's get rid of everything, all the big stuff and the little stuff. So I made this video showing how beautiful the Devil's Punch Bowl is. And then I showed it in another light, and I showed all the disgusting garbage that's both in the creek and in the, everywhere. And I put it online on YouTube and Facebook, and it went viral within a week.
Wow.
And I wasn't sure what kind of a reaction I'd get, and I was overwhelmed.
That's awesome.
People from, everywhere. People from the UK, people from California. I've got emails from Saskatchewan, up north. A lot of these people, I guess, had lived here before. And the emails were basically, wow, I can't believe it. Someone's finally doing it. And I went, wow, this is going to be pretty good. And the emails kept coming in. And I started getting a little nervous, actually, that there'd be too many people because I got literally, over 1,000 emails. And so I kind of went, what's going to happen? So on cleanup day, I showed up about an hour early to make sure I was good and prepared. And there was already like 100 people in the bottom of the punch bowl cleaning it up.
That's awesome.
And it was a fantastic day.
Very cool.
For the most part, yeah.
So how long has it been running now?
This will be the 4th year, but it's going to be the 5th cleanup.
Okay.
Because after we did the Devil's Punch Bowl, people were asking me, okay, what do you want to do next? And I just thought, oh, wow, you want to do more? Okay. People must really want this. And it's actually the people that are driving it more than, I don't want to say more than me because I'm doing a lot of the work, but they're the ones that kept me going in the beginning saying, what do you want to do next? What do you want to do next? So what we did was we did Albion Falls. And that's when they said, okay, let's do one more. And I thought, well, you know what? The numbers did, after only 2 months from the previous cleanup, the numbers died off a little bit, not much, but a little bit. And so I thought, let's wait till next year, see what happens. And so the next year came and we did, I think, 4 areas along the escarpment, and it was a fantastic turnout. So it just keeps growing every year.
Wow. So just to give a sense maybe of the amount of garbage that you actually take out, right? So, and do you do the same areas like over again next year?
For some, we tend to have to. Yeah, like the Devil's Punch Bowl. The first year we did it, we got 10 pickup trucks full of garbage, plus this extremely overflowing dumpster. And as a matter of fact, I forget which company it was that supplied the dumpster, but they actually called us back and said, listen, we can't take this dumpster because there's stuff hanging over it. You got to come out, remove some of the stuff and refill it properly and stuff like that. So the conservation authority who owns the punch bowl, showed up and did what they were asked to do. And so that was the first year. The second year, I'm very happy to report, there was about half as much garbage. So 5 pickup trucks full of garbage and a dumpster. Not super overflowing, but overflowing a little bit. And that seems to be the norm now. Okay. Yeah.
Excellent. So what are some of the areas you tend to have to kind of redo that?
Oh, okay. Well, Devil's Punch Bowl for sure. Yeah. Albion Falls and Kenilworth Rail Trail and Shedoak Stairs and Radial Trail. And what I'm learning now, we just added it last year for the first time, the Wentworth Stairs and the trails there, Bruce Trail and Rail Trail. Just a mess. And apparently it's the messiest part of the Bruce Trail in Hamilton. And I looked at it and it's really nasty.
And what do you think, why is this? Obviously people are probably just not taking out what they bring in, but I mean, is there something that can maybe mitigate some of, people just
it's more than that. It's not just, coffee cups and the plastic water bottles from from the people that are running the trails, but we'll put it this way, right now in the bottom of the punch bowl is a couch. Yeah. And I'm thinking, okay, now why would someone put a couch, literally you would have to load that into a truck with some friends, drive it over to the parking lot, then pull it out of the truck, walk it over to the side, and throw it up and over the fence and down. And to me, that doesn't make sense other than let's just have some fun and see it crash. Yeah. It just doesn't make sense to me because you can just leave it on the curbside and the city will pick it up for free.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So it's pretty sad.
Yeah. And I guess there's no monitoring programs or anything, to enforce people who do that.
There is. The city does have some monitoring programs. And I know people who have actually caught other people dumping. They've called the city. The city's come by. And actually, a lot of these people, some of them anyway, are photographers. So what they do is they say, hey, listen, here. And they take pictures of the people dumping. They take pictures of the license plate. And then the people get caught. And I don't know what happens from there.
Yeah. But at least there's some people who are doing some stuff to try and stop them. So, excellent. Oh, it's great that you're able to help clean it up.
So, hey, what? It's funny because, and I learned this very quickly, although I did it so I could clean up, I'm the one running it. I don't get a chance to clean up because everyone's saying, Greg, we need this, and Greg, we need that, and hurry, get over here. We need more garbage bags here. And I don't get a chance. So usually at the end of the day when people are going to have their barbecue, I end up going down and I start cleaning it up. And then my girlfriend comes over and starts screaming at me, Greg, come on, people want to talk to you. And I'm like, oh, come on. I want to clean up. Okay, I'm here to clean up some garbage.
You'd have to go another day.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I've thought about it.
Excellent. So, are you from Hamilton originally?
Yeah, born and raised on Hamilton Mountain, over by the Kenilworth Stairs, and that's where I hiked most of my life.
Nice. So, are you do you have an environmental background, or kind of what's?
No, my background is kind of diverse, but mainly I was a radio show host and a personal trainer. Okay. And then I got out of radio. And I'm now a massage therapist.
Nice. Excellent.
So it's actually nothing related. A lot of people think I'm an environmentalist, but I'm just a guy that doesn't think garbage belongs along the escarpment. And if that makes me an environmentalist, I think everybody is because no one likes garbage in their backyard. Exactly. Right? And that's actually funny because people will go to great lengths to make sure their gardens are perfect, but then they'll go and they'll have a cup of coffee when they hike and toss it. And that just drives me nuts.
Exactly. So, and how many people? So obviously you get a lot of people out. So
last year we got just over 400, just over 425. Okay. And this year we're hoping for more because we have more areas. And there's actually now 3 corporate teams taking part. Starbucks, DeFasco, and now Innovation Park.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, I did see some of the signs up around. So that's great. The team, hopefully from here, will be going.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that will just attract more businesses or corporations to come up with some teams and come on over. Put on some shirts, the corporate shirt or whatever, and just to say, hey, here we are. That's what the councillors did. I think there was 4 or 5 councillors last year during the election that came out and had their T-shirts on and wanted to get some publicity. Matthew Green, one of them, he was a great help. He was over at Wentworth Stairs. Tom Jackson, he's been on it since the very beginning, and he comes out every year and picks up a little bit. Brad Clark helped out. Now it's going to be Doug Conley who's coming this year. Sam Marula has been on board since day one, financially anyway. His office, and who else? There is Chad Collins and Scott Duvall.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm getting a lot of support from the councillors, which is really nice. At least some of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And so now, when you're not cleaning it up, kind of what's one of your favorite trails or hikes or areas that...
Algonquin Park.
Yeah.
It's funny because now that I've hiked it, now that I've cleaned it up, it's kind of hard not to go and look at the garbage and kind of go, oh, okay, well, here we go. I got cleanup to do next year, and this is, so I make special hikes, to go and look for garbage to figure out what I have to clean up.
Yeah, and go from there.
So, and I'm trying to get a crane. If anybody knows a company or somebody that has a crane and crew that they will actually donate, please contact me so we can go and remove some of the old cars and car parts and things like that, because they're still there.
But how would the crane actually get in there?
Well, the crane would be at the top on the road or something. Okay, because if you look at Buttermilk Falls, which is right around the corner from Albion, you can actually put a crane on the road and extend its arm and drop down, grab the rear differential or the tailgate or whatever it is, pull it up and put it into a flatbed.
Oh, okay.
And that's pretty much the same for quite a few of the areas. Yeah. Devil's Punch Bowl, depending on erosion, you might be able to get it close to the edge. I don't know how much, because it's eroding every year pretty quickly.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. I'm sure the Conservation Authority wouldn't be happy if a crane fell over.
Yeah, exactly.
You need a crane to get the other crane.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of, I go through it quite a bit. Dealing with the Conservation Authority in the city to make sure that we have everything perfectly in place and safe for everybody. So the conservation area, the authority, they will come and they'll look at the area and say, okay, well, just try to stay out of this area if you can. And I have St. John Ambulance show up every year to different sites. I've got to have the insurance just in case and things like that. So we're first aid kits. We have 2 team leaders for every location in case something happens. So we're pretty well we're becoming more trained, I guess.
Excellent. And you gauge how many areas you can do based on how many people sign up to?
No. It has to do with a number of factors, but the main one being if someone finds an area that really needs to be cleaned up and they ask us to come forward, to do it, and we say, listen, we'd love to. Can you get about 25 of your people, 25 people, and then we can definitely promote it as part of the cleanup. That's how they've been growing.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't just kind of pick and choose, say, okay, let's just go there. There has to be a reason.
Yeah, because if someone wants to volunteer, do you direct them as to where to go?
No. Like I said, I have 7 locations this year. And people can, and I hope they do sign up on the website because we need to know how many supplies we need. So they just sign up for whatever location they want to go to.
Okay.
And one of the things we do though is if one location doesn't have a great turnout one year, we might just say, okay, well, we're going to go to a different location next year and not redo that one. And that's actually the case for the Red Hill Valley Trail. We're doing a different location of it that happens to be a little bit dirtier.
Okay.
And in the first year, we did Ancaster Creek, and that was actually my first experience helping out another guy that does some cleanups, and he decided he didn't want to do it at the last minute. And I went, oh, well, I was doing this location pretty much, for your cleanups, but, So, it was a great, we had a great cleanup that location too. We just haven't gotten back to it.
Well, we'll definitely put the show notes, in the show notes, a link to the website.
Oh, please, thanks.
People who are interested either this year or in future can sign up and go from there.
Thanks, yeah.
No problem.
It's always the last Sunday of April, and then there is a barbecue at the Punch Bowl Country Market for the volunteers.
Okay, excellent. Perfect. So we end on a little bit of a lightning round. So some of the less or more positive things that you like about Hamilton. So one would be the favorite restaurant. I don't know if
my favorite restaurant. Oh, geez.
Or one that stands out.
Well, see, now that you ask me, it kind of goes out of my mind. It's down on Barton and James. The Burnt Tongue.
Okay, yep.
Love it.
Nice. Excellent. Yeah, that just opened not too long ago, right? So,
yeah. I mean, and I do like Mulberry Cafe.
Yeah. So. There, you just answered the next question. Favorite cafe?
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? No, actually, they're going to hate me. I really like Mulberry Cafe, but I'd have to say my favorite is Johnny's. Okay. Johnny's Coffee.
Where is that?
That's on Locke Street.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Nice. And you head there often, or
whenever I'm down in that area, that's where I'll go. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And I okay. Yeah. Well, I got to mention Starbucks because they got a team, right? No.
Oh, of course, right?
Everyone goes to Starbucks.
And they're right there. So that's perfect. Another one would be favorite shop. So non-food.
Non-food, Simply Zen.
Okay.
It's also on Locke Street, and it's very earthy. It's just got a great vibe about it. It's hemp clothing and things like that. It's all organic products, raw, natural, that kind of stuff.
Nice.
So I just try to live a healthy lifestyle myself. So these are the shops I go to.
Yeah, that's perfect. So favorite event? You can say the Escarpment Project.
The Escarpment Project. No, you know what? When it comes to going out, I'm pretty much a homebody.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. So favorite event is... Yeah.
You're allowed to pass. That's fine.
I'll pass.
And last but not least, favorite natural feature. So, I mean, I know you mentioned a couple, but yeah, is there one?
Favorite natural feature? I mean, wow.
You mentioned Devil's Punch Bowl a lot, so I don't know.
It's definitely between the Devil's Punch Bowl and Two's Falls. Yeah. I love hiking into Two's Falls. I love the height of the falls and just the way it looks. But I don't know. There's something about Devil's Punch Bowl. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but just something draws me there.
And that's up Stony Creek.
Stony Creek, you go up Centennial Parkway, and it's your first left, but be careful because you could miss it pretty quick.
Yeah, so it's right there.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good. We'll put that in the show notes too.
It's where the cross is on the top of the hill.
Thank you so much for being on the show and for all that you're doing with the Escarpment Project. I'm sure a lot of hikers appreciate that so much. So thanks again.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to visit discoverhamont.ca where you can discover more Hamilton stories, share the stories with your friends, subscribe by iTunes, email, or the RSS feed, and even suggest someone you think would be a great guest for the show. If you have any feedback or suggestions for the show, I'd love to hear it by using the feedback form on discoverhamont.ca or follow and message me on Twitter @discoverhamont. Thanks again for listening, and until next week, take care.